Hello, and welcome back to another stream. I'm just going to check. I'm going to do. I'm in Micro 118.1 here. Let's just check what's going on with the. Welcome back to another. Yeah, pretty solid. There could be a few issues with this stream just because it's more difficult when you're doing a version like this. Because I'm playing from the. Really play from the. What is that? What I'd like to do here is. Oh, sorry, one sec. Maybe I'll go into the launcher. How people can use the original launcher, I don't know. I'm trying to do it with the original launcher, but I may have to go back into multi-MC. Because you can't really do anything with the original launcher. They've changed the colour of it. I think they've changed some of the underwater fog colours. Well, basically what I'm going to do though is yeah. That is weird. Sorry, let me just there's a lot of changes also in the menu as well. Sneak hold. Yeah. Looks a bit more like professional, I guess. This is what I like to do for that. I don't think this was like this before. Almost certain that... Oh! Yeah, I don't recall seeing terracotta at this level. Things look pretty... Oh, that's unlikely, isn't it? Alright, so... What I want to do in this video is, on this stream, is to go through basically the whole list. I mean, I sort of keep up to date anyway with this sort of stuff, but just in case I've forgotten everything. So let's do that. Alright, so let's just... how am I going to do this? That's not bad. Yeah, we're not getting many viewers. I need to... Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about the chat. I'm just going to look at the... you know, I might do something like... Yeah, that'll work. Alright, features. So, added an allow server listings option to opt out of having your name displayed in the server listings. Where is that? I think I may have seen that one already. Where would that be? I think it's in... Not that it really matters, that one. Yeah, this is an epilepsy one. Well, we're going to go through them all in the wrong order if we do it like this. What is that? Accessibility guide? Oh, okay. Well, that's not the best start, is it? That's an interesting one. I always have the music off. I'm not going to worry about the music stuff. Where is this thing? I think it's actually earlier in the thing. I think it's on the start menu. Yeah, an online option screen where you can now find the realms notification options. Yeah. Okay, let me just see what there is. It's not going to be that easy to do this. That's an interesting one. So the axolotls, they're only spawning in... What's that there? Oh, that's funny. It's very unusual that I just randomly find a stronghold like that. And that doesn't really happen. What are the stronghold frequencies increased? What does it say? Axolotls only spawn in lush caves when in water that is above clay blocks. Well, they've integrated a lot more now, haven't they? Yeah, look, that you can see they've actually got it in. Hmm, yeah, this wasn't implemented before. So the lush caves only go down to, looks like, to. Okay. There should be axolotls here then. Maybe not. I'm guessing guessing you're more likely going to be more likely to find glow squids than axolotls. Interesting. Yeah, see, this is where you'd expect to find axolotls, right? That is sand, though, isn't it? Anyway, I should probably. Yeah, it doesn't look like we've got many. I don't know. One advantage of having no viewers is that you don't have to. It's actually easier for me to do this. Badlands mine shafts now generate higher up. We're going to just try and go through it. Like, I know what that means in terms of. I'm sure we'll have another. We'll see. Hopefully we can. I should probably go to the center of it so we don't. Well, they still haven't fixed this probably. Well, it looks like they've still got a lot of work to do. This was one of the most glaring problems. Where did my... Oh, okay, I'm in spectator. Oops. I just don't see why you would go from Savannah to Badlands. It doesn't necessarily make much sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? I don't think this happens. I don't think it's like it happens in the real world. That's why it looks so weird. It still looks weird. And I remember pointing that out like months ago. Well, I didn't point it out. I just said it on my video. But so you're saying the Badlands mine shafts are now higher up? Are you higher up? You don't look much higher up to me. You look well. Okay, so that's nonsense then. I think they're just, isn't it not? It's just super inaccurate what they're saying. Well, it's not that it's inaccurate. It's probably that it just happens. Like I happen to have found a super low down one. It looks like all the mine shafts are lower. To be honest, they're really low. Like the last one we found was really low as well. Nope. Buried treasure chest may contain a potion of water breathing. Okay. Default brightness is 50. Cod, salmon, pufferfish, tropical fish, squid and dolphins only in water from height 50 to 64. Frozen peaks biome. Oh yeah. Let's see this one. Oh wow, this is high. Because literally I came in at 120 here. You know what? I guess like what I was saying about the Badlands, maybe it's just because it's like so different to see like such a contrast of colors. I think maybe it's the issue is not necessarily the world gen. It's that the blocks might need to be changed again. Is this blue ice? It is, isn't it? No, it's not. Why do I get those two confused all the time? I mean, they are pretty similar. This should just be more blue and this should be slightly less blue. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not that difficult to tell. Alright, what's next? Glow squid only spawn in water blocks under height 30. Right, yeah, glow squids always low down. Oh yeah, this is the one I wanted to see. Let's just get rid of this for a minute. Villagers no longer attack baby villagers. This is interesting, right? Because it means basically when you have a raid, you can't lose all. If there's baby villagers, I'm not sure. It doesn't say ravagers though. So I might just check that one. Right. Oh, they still look like they've got run behaviour though. Yeah, they're still running away, which doesn't make any sense if they're not going to be attacked. But yeah, what about the Ravager? Because this is the thing: if this doesn't work, then it's pointless what they've done. Looks like it does work though. Alright, that's useful then. See if we've got any comments. Nope. Yeah. Alright, looks like we've got pointless non-talkers. If you want to give me some money, non-talkers, if you're watching the stream, just give me some money. You can always become a member. It's $1.99. I would appreciate it. If you're going to watch my stuff, why not pay me? Alright, let's see what we've got next. Alright, let's just go. New music's been added, new audio distribution and large ore veins. I'm not sure how I'm going to find that, to be honest. Yeah. Is there maybe something in the locate command that's new? Ore vein? I think we're just going to have to run into that. Not sure how we're going to find that otherwise. Cloud level is 192. Let's just check that. Yep, looks like 192 to me. In fact, that's 190. I guess it's talking about the base. Let me see, what? Huh. Oh no, that's right. They always like so many blocks thick. How many blocks thick are clouds actually? They're relatively thick. Was it 4? It looks like they're 4 blocks thick. Oh, it might even be 3. The clouds do look like they do look different, for sure. Let me just try the effect thing a second. It says it looks different. Does it look different? Oh yeah, it does. I like that. That's cool. That is very snappy, actually. I bet it looks even better with some other effects. Uh, Super. Yeah, it looks really fun, that. Mm. Removed world types caves and floating islands. Well, they were useless anyway. Sprinting is no longer reduced to walking when gently brushing your sleeve against a wall. That's pretty good. Let's try that. Seeing as we're in survival anyway. I can kind of see it. Yeah, I can kind of feel it a little bit. If we just... Oh no, it did stop me there. I might want to get rid of my effects. It's not like that serious. Like if I do, yeah, it stopped me there, and that was like trying to think like the angle. I can imagine like an acute angle of like 30 degrees. It needs to be like very very acute, like a sort of like 12-degree or 15-degree. So like, let's see if I can get it to work. See, that's too much. It has to be. It's not much different, to be honest. They probably didn't want to change it too much. I think it's only really different if you're like a little kid and you've got like a, ridiculous reflexes. I'm barely going to notice this. Yeah, I mean that doesn't. I mean the fact it doesn't do it for that, I would like it to be a bit more than that, to be honest. Because when do you need to not sprint? I mean, hardly ever, right? Uh, Tropical fish now also spawn in lush caves. Villages are more spread out. Okay. World spawn selection algorithm has been reworked. Now spawns place according to climate parameters. We've got some new advancements. Let's try the new advancements out. Let's just go up a bit. We're at 2.6. Wow. What's the height limit now? What is the height limit? It's 324, isn't it? Or am I wrong in that? I'm wrong in that. What is the height limit? I guess it must be 512. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's doing that weird. Okay, it doesn't really matter like how high you go then, doesn't it? I think it is 324. I think it's 324. It might be 256 though. Let me just see. It must be pretty close to it. Let me just check it's 324. It should be about 18 blocks here. Height limit for building is 319. Okay. Let me see what happens if you do this then. Doesn't work. I want to just get the advancement to see. Ooh, 46, so another 16 blocks or so. Alright, that should be enough. We're at bedrock. So if I just do TP myself, minus 60, so it'd be about 500 blocks up. About. There is. Well, that is a super not fun one to get. And it feels like home for riding Strider on lava for 50 blocks in the overworld. Okay. Let me just go to a desert for this. Of course, it's like a. Of course, when you want to make a square, it's like this, man. Nothing which is a bit more square, like this will do, I think. What are we in? Positive X, positive Z, perfect. How many blocks? 50 blocks in the overworld. I guess I could do it like slightly differently to this. Oh, I probably should have done a insert, shouldn't I? That doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. When are you going to do this? What else we got? Interesting. Can you go up? It's kind of funny, you never... Alright, you know what? I think I might have... I think you did go up, didn't you? Anyway, we'll look at that another time. That's actually quite interesting. Why is... Okay, that's weird. Let's go to 320. Let's just set block if I can find it. I'm just curious to see, like, I think you probably have to do it like this. Let's see. In fact, I'm almost certain you do it. Because their heads can exist, right? I think the reason it's like that is so there's a few blocks of gap. Oh, I don't know what to do. Alright, you couldn't really do it like that. But I could do this, right? Yeah, that's fine. This is the new one. Okay, let's go Oh, okay. That was weird. That must have been my own block. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just because I'm probably not going to do them at any other point. At least we know we can play this one. Alright. There's still no comments. 2 viewers, 3 likes. Yep. You can always become a member. It's $1.99. Would really appreciate it. Or you can subscribe at least. You know, it's like think about how little you're doing. If you're just watching and doing nothing beyond that, you're not helping me in any way. So if you want to subscribe, at least do that. Fair enough if you haven't got £1.99, which is what, about $1.50 to help me out. Okay. All right. Let's see. Carry on anyway. Give me a second, should I? All right. Next on the list. That's one thing, a good thing. I actually wanted to do this since I saw the list because I was like, you know what? At least if I just do the list. What are you calling this nowadays? Enchanting Table. If we go into nighttime, this is now a lamp. It's not a great lamp. You could, for instance, just do something like this if you wanted to create a light source. Can you place them on the side of blocks yet? No. So that is a light source. And we also have a new use for shears. No. It says using shears on the tip of a cave vine, twisting vine, weeping vine. Weeping vine, twisting vine, cave vine. Do you just mean this, I think? You must do, right? Why are you not showing me netherrack? Which is the one for this? Is it this one? I can't remember if the Biome thing works. It used to work. It's because I get confused because it used to work on... Yeah, it does work. It used to work on Nilium. Does it still work on Nilium? The problem is sometimes when you keep up to date is you see what they put in initially and then you just don't realise they've changed it. No, it still works fine. Okay. I don't know why I thought they changed it. So basically, the way the shears work now is if you put it on... Yeah, it looks like each vine will go over a little bit. So by doing that, you can still grow it. But basically, by doing that, you can bone mill it still, it looks like. But what will happen, and I'm not going to do it, but basically if I set it to go much faster than this, this would just stay there and it would stay this. It was basically a bit like it's a bit like the waxing thing. It's the same concept, isn't it? So that works on those ones. Okay. Copper ore. What does that mean? Copper ore now drops 2 to 5 from 2 to 3 raw copper items. Oh, okay. So even though there's no use for it, you can now get loads more. Let's just check the numbers. 3, 5, 2, 5, 3. Was that another 2? 2 to 5. Yep, that's pretty. I mean, how else can you show that? Okay, let's look at the next one. Copper blocks. I've got a new stonecutter recipe, which is that. All right, and then the drip leaf. Big drip leaf and small drip leaf. Let me just see something. No. Can you not do anything with the small drip leaf? Basically says restricted big drip leaf placement to clay, grass, dirt, farmland, moss, rooted dirt, podzol, and mycelium. What do you classify as moss, though? I mean, you wouldn't classify that as moss, I'm sure. This is just regular carpet, isn't it? There are like such a. This is the thing. Like, there's a bunch of new rules for this for a lot of these things. You're happy with that. You're happy with podzol. You're happy with mycelium. Kind of interesting that you can do it directly on farmland. Well, dirt will also work, so it won't pop off when it turns into dirt. All right, that's good. Let's just check on the stream. Still not much talking, or zero talking. New members 0. Feel free to give me a membership. £1.99. If you've got the time to watch me play, you can afford to give me £1.99. Just sign up. Because it's kind of like I don't even really care about the subscriber thing. I'd much prefer you just to give me the money. Okay. All right. Let me just let's see where we're at. I do like the fact there's no comments. It's not like there's someone like mouthing off. That is at least one advantage. But yeah. Your list of effects are now shown to the right of your inventory. Instead of the left side. When the inventory list is visible, will be visible. Right. What it's saying then, it's just a little bit talking more about the effect stuff. What it essentially is saying is this is known as classic effect list, and then there's compact. The game will automatically switch between the two modes, including having the recipe book open. So it looks like there's other options. So this is not seen as there's other states the screen can be in. So it will do it there. I'm wondering when else it could possibly do it. So it does it just normally. What about the only thing I can think of, right, is that it's a sort of. No, it's not really going to do anything when I'm in. I can't think of any other cases actually. No, Shears. All right. So what else we got? I don't know why I did that. I'm going to go into this creative anyway. Ore veins are large, rare, snake-like underground ore formations. Copper ore veins I don't really want to spend too long on this Find the Ore Vein. Find the Ore Vein game is not a very fun game, is it? Let's be honest. We're going to look for an iron one, though. And it says copper is from 0 to 50 and are mixed with granite. Iron ore is between -60 and -8 and it's mixed with tuff. Tuff is, let me just check, see if I can remember what tuff looks like. Not exactly the most easy thing to find, is it? I'm not going to look for this too long. I bet they're super rare. And it's not really something I particularly find interesting. Yeah, the underworld, the underground is not that it's not that interesting when you're not in a lush cave. I think it's like you don't really bother going down to this level unless you're going to be in a lush cave. Is this going to be a big iron ore vein? It might be. Let me just see if it happens to be. This is not tough though, is it? This is just deep slate. Weird. Isn't that tough? It is near tough. I think it's almost like if the iron happens to spawn there, there's a chance that it will be better. It'll be like the whole vein. It's kind of interesting that there's just dots of iron around. But yeah, not that interesting to be honest. I'm sure that monsters only spawn in places where the light from blocks is 0. Adding new music discs in the stronghold corridor chest or in dungeon chests. Dripstone caves. Let's just go back to a dripstone cave. Oh, actually, we're super near one. We're not in that. What? What happened there? That was weird. This is really weird. I've not seen anything quite like this. That's a very unusual shape there. But anyway. Why did it take me there? Some place you'll find larger stalagmites, stalactites and columns. Drowned can spawn in the dripstone caves. Goats are in frozen peaks. This is an interesting one. The Grove. We haven't been there yet. Honestly, I think the thing about this update is that I wonder if you're still in here. Oh yeah, it is still in there. That's weird. Why would it makes you think they haven't finished yet, if that's still there. But maybe they'll get rid of that in 1.19. What was that? What is that actually? Because I don't think goats. That wasn't a goat noise, was it? Huh? Oh no, it must be from the oak tree. Kind of interesting. The thing I'm noticing about the spawning as well is that the it's spawning when you load it. Like even when I started the world originally, I noticed there's already like a zombie dying immediately upon starting, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, goat. It doesn't say that. We know. Sorry, what is going on here? jagged. Well, we're in the jagged peaks. I thought it was in a grove. They're really near each other. It's because they haven't quite finished, I think. Yeah, this is how I remember it looking before. It was a bit of a... Basically, as the numbers change, in the... I think it's in the... I did a video on this when I watched the developer video. I guess maybe they finished it. It says there's powdered snow traps in a grove. What was that? That was interesting. Is it? Oh yeah. Isn't there a status effect here? Oh, what's going on here, for instance? So I'm not dropping. Oh, I see. It's not exactly that clear how this works. It's a little bit... It's a bit weird. I feel like there's some field of view stuff as well, maybe. Is there field of view stuff? I don't know. All right, yeah. You know what? I can see I've got a comment now from... It's kind of funny when you see people say stuff like that. It's like, yep, I am on your homepage. If I'm on your homepage, it means you watch a lot of Minecraft. I would think, anyway. Or you know what it probably is you probably watch some of these, like, you know, these screamy little kids who play Minecraft, and you probably get annoyed by them so quickly that that's probably why you get recommended me, because I'm not like that at all. But yeah, I can't watch, seriously. Even when I was a bit younger, I could probably just about stomach some of those younger kids. But now it's just switch off. Like, all those like Tommy Innits and it's just like, man, you're lucky. I mean, they're lucky they were born in this generation, because in any other generation they would just be complete losers. But you know, credit to them. I'm not hating on it. You know, lush caves, moss covers the floor and ceilings. Clay pools, drip leaf plants growing out of them. I should just look into the lush caves a little more, maybe. Just to fully understand it properly. I don't know. I guess it will come. It will. It's just I like to understand this, because the problem with me, right, is I'm about to I'm about to jump into modded, right? And modded is such a, you know. So I like to just know what is actually going on in the vanilla game properly, like as well as I can, right? Before we just jump into basically millions of people just messing it all up, is the only other way to put it. The azalea tree loves to have its roots in the lush caves. So if you find an azalea tree, do we have the proper? I didn't mean to do that. Let's go into creative. Let's put that back to 1,000 or whatever. No, it doesn't look. That's maybe a new version, isn't it? Right. So you have the cave berries, cave vines with glowberries glow from the ceiling. You don't have the shears effect though, right? What is this block? That's the thing that I'm wondering about, right? Yeah, this is not a block. This isn't. Oh. So why is this block? Why is this not able to be placed? It's not placed at all, is it? This is not a block, or is it? This is a weird one because it should be a block. There's no way to get that because it's not even in. It's called cave vines, but there is no cave vines. All right. So this should be. So you know that this axolotl spawned from the clay area. Looks like sand though. Oh no, there is some clay here. Yeah, because there's so many clay blocks. That's why there's so many axolotls down here. Drip leaf plants growing out of the clay blocks. Yep. From the clay pools, contains azalea bushes, and yeah, I've already seen a few of those. I would like to see. There's a vine there. Let me just see. I want to just. Right, we've got an azalea blossom here, right? So is that going to mean that on the surface we're going to be very near the tree? Kind of doesn't make sense, right? No, not really. There's these weird news. What's this? Huh. So there is a few more custom structures. I'm not too worried about the azalea bush. Right, so the azalea tree could be growing in the cave as well. Are we going to happen to find our spot down there again? No, you know what? It doesn't matter. The azalea tree doesn't have to be on the surface. I probably missed it as I was coming back up. Let's just check on the stream. Not much. Still got a few viewers though. It's not bad actually. I mean, you would think so. People are, you know, I mean, if you're interested in the game, this is probably quite a good video to watch. Okay, let's carry on. You know what? I am just. It doesn't always. You know what? I just need to go back down. There is no tree here, though. There could potentially be a tree here, I think is what it's saying. It doesn't necessarily always mean that there's a tree. Right, because this is the one we saw, right? And there's no place where there is a tree directly here, right? Well, we're going to have done a few of those today. No, so it doesn't always indicate a tree. Okay. Well, not to worry, not to worry. Is that a... At this point, I don't really care. That's a funny thing, isn't it? Huh. Why is that there? Well, we know that Grove seems to always be by the snowy peaks anyway. And you notice we get these snow effects as well. I just had it a second ago, I'm sure of it. Even though I'm underground. Is that weird? I was looking at the creeper, it seemed to be a different colour for a second. Maybe not. Definitely, it's probably the night vision rendering. You know what? It's funny the way you can tell the way the algorithm is doing it, can't you? It's basically saying, create the cave here, as we create the cave, have a lessening number of blocks. So we'd expect to see more. Yeah, so you can literally follow the... or not. Okay. How the snow is getting down there. Okay. Well, anyway, let's All right. Do we go to Meadow already? Let's see. Yeah, the Meadow. The thing is, it's the weird thing is, right? Is that they haven't like where is that button? Yeah, this Meadow is like 10 blocks. So they haven't made. It's not a meadow, right? It's just so stupid. It's like we're so used to discrete biomes, but this is like the value is between 0. 0.3 and 0. 0.4, and the value is like changing every block. So what you get is these tiny little microbiomes, which means it's much harder to actually say, well, I need to go to this biome, because that's what we're used to in Minecraft. I need to go to this biome to get this animal, to do that, and to do that. But when you have like a biome that is like 10 blocks tall, it means even if you know the location of that biome, it's going to be very difficult to do. So there's actually a lot of problems with not sort of finishing. I can see why they haven't finished, but it's still incredibly annoying. They obviously didn't have enough time, because you want to have a discrete meadow. There must be a better meadow biome than this. Let me just go somewhere else. Maybe if I go to a plains. Not that plains though. Because I want to see the actual spawning properly. But in a tiny little biome, you're not going to see it properly. That's the what I'm saying. Right. Let's try and find like a meadow or a grove or somewhere where it's doing that stupid thing again. We in meadow here? All right. I'm not going to worry about it. Right. So anyway, there's stuff about snowy slopes. You can imagine what's there: rabbit, goats, donkey, sheep, etc. I guess it doesn't really make much difference. Iron ore is now in height 16. Iron ore also generates above 80. Yes. Okay. Iron is 16. Copper is level 48. Lapis is at 0. Coal is at 96 or above. Is reduced air exposure. Gold is minus 16. Extra gold is below height minus 48. Extra gold from behind Badlands above 32. It's basically not that different. It's kind of the numbers you would expect. Alright, I'm not going to get into that. There's stuff about the caves, blah, blah, blah. I can't really be bothered with that. Anything else? There's not necessarily that much here, apart from what I've looked at. It's kind of crazy how little they've already put in terms of features. It's all just about the biomes. Right, let's just go through some of these. So this, what does this mean? New video setting called Chunk Builder. Change the prioritization order of the chunk rendering pipeline. You shouldn't get unrendered chunk holes. View distances. So what do you get? Threaded? So this is the one that allows holes, right? This is basically if you've got a powerful computer. This, I guess, okay. So that's why this is the default. Yeah, there's not much else really that I can think of. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I think we're probably going to leave it about there. So